The following is a RackRadioShow.com exclusive.
As we mentioned, we have a stack show. We're going to jump into it with the biggest breaking news that happened today, of the week, and the day.
You mean you mean Natty got her hair fixed?
Natty got her hair fixed.
Woo-hoo.
Yes.
Natty
got her hair fixed. It's
Woo-hoo.
awesome. No. The biggest story is coming out of the European tour for WWE, where it came out last night that Seth Rollins landed very awkwardly in his match with Kane and had to be helped to the back. And it was announced by WWE this afternoon that Seth Rollins has a torn ACL, MCL, and his meniscus, and he's going to be out for 6 to 9 months. He will require surgery. All I can say is, ow.
Yeah. So, this is a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff here for you. So last night, we were prepping the show, like we do every Wednesday.
Yep.
And we wrote down in the format, Seth Rollins, question mark?
Yeah.
Now it's an exam paper.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so we watched the video last night, and we saw he landed down awkwardly and had to be helped to the back. We saw all of that. He was trying to do the sunset flip powerbomb through a table, which he should have learned from, not Survivor Series, Hell in a Cell. Kane it's awkward to do that to Kane. So he comes down, lands on his leg, and you saw him go completely down. It's like, oh, my knee just went completely out. We figured, okay, he'll wrap it up, and he'll continue on. Yeah, no, there's no continuing on, as she mentioned. 6 to 9 months out of action.
And this is huge for WWE because this hurts them in more ways than one. Seth Rollins is basically becoming the face of the company. He was taking over as the man with John Cena going out and with Randy Orton going out. There was a lot of weight being put on him and on Roman Reigns as well to carry the show. And now Rollins is out hurt. The match at Survivor Series is off. They're scrambling to basically find a way to fill the title. They've announced that they are going to do a tournament at Survivor Series or leading up to Survivor Series for the title.
It'll be
It'll
be at Survivor Series.
But right now, Vacant is your champion.
Vacant is your champion, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they wasted no time in vacating that title.
Oh, no.
Like, no time.
No, once it was out, it was like, bam. And they gave the story to Jonathan Coachman to break, and I was like, whoa. And then it's like a minute later, it's on WWE.com. I was like, ooh, that's a big story right there, folks. That's a big one. Seth Rollins out, because the way we found out the story was, okay, I saw the one story and I showed Lindsay. It was like, oh, Seth Rollins is not working the show today. Okay, maybe it's a day. And then I go on Twitter, it's like, ooh, here's Jonathan Coachman tweeting about something. He's saying he's out injured 6 to 9 months. Wait, what? Did I double take? Okay, I read that. Okay. So, you have Seth Rollins out 6 to 9 months. And our other injury update was Randy Orton out 4 to 6 months with a dislocated shoulder, because we told you a few weeks ago he was injured, and it was announced earlier this week that he'll be out. So now, with Seth Rollins and Randy Orton, at least out 6 months together, Rollins probably on the long side of 9, if not 12. They're out of WrestleMania.
Yeah, which puts a hurt on WrestleMania because Rollins and Orton were both being factored in probably the top 3 matches.
At the very least, Seth Rollins and Randy Orton always has a key match on the show.
Yeah, and well, now they're not.
No. Oh no. No. They are no longer television characters on this program. And with John Cena out, Brock Lesnar gone, it leaves the question, what do you do? And the biggest thing for them is now they have to define who are your focal points of the show. Because calling back Brock Lesnar and John Cena right now, short term, good move. Long term, you're not doing anything.
Yeah, they're now in the position that they were in around 2003, where everybody had either left or was injured, and they had no star power. They had no one around, and they were forced to make people, and that's when you saw people like Edge grab the brass ring and launch themselves to superstardom. Not that Edge wasn't already, but he went from a pretty awesome tag career to an unprecedented singles career.
It's what John Cena and Randy Orton did.
Yeah.
They took the ball and ran with it. Yeah.
That's when those guys got made. And now we're in a very similar position where they were in the process of making Seth Rollins. They pretty much made him. Now they have to make another top heel and another top face.
Right. Now's the time, whether it's a smart move or the not so smart move, but Roman Reigns is going to be a key factor, right now, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy going forward. Because we said it here on the show. We really see him becoming, at least I did. All cards were leaning towards Seth Rollins' run is over, Roman Reigns is going to get the title at Survivor Series. And then this happens, and it makes you wonder, is Roman still going to get the belt? Is it Roman really going to get the belt at Survivor Series? And we'll get into the tournament idea in a minute. But are they going to go in that direction? But we know they want to make Roman, right? That's clear. It's been their strategy since, 16 months, 17 months, whatever it's been?
Something like that, yeah.
Who else are they going to make? Because Roman, you can't just make one person. You gotta make like 4 at this point. You actually have to strap the rocket on the 4 people and make them the focus of your show. So if one of them actually goes down, you're not in the position where you are today, where Vince McMahon and Triple H are on conference calls with probably every single person they have under contract going, so what's your schedule like?
Right? And even then, some that probably aren't under contract.
And that's a good question. Who not under contract is like, can they bring in to fill a void? Because there's voids that need to be filled. And one name we're going to throw out there first, before we talk about the Brock Lesnar and John Cena stuff. Daniel Bryan. Oh, the Daniel Bryan story. Will they clear him? Won't they clear him? Should they clear him? Do they actually need to clear him? Do they really, really need to clear him? Is he flying to a doctor tomorrow to get cleared? And whether WWE likes it or not, do they actually have to clear him no matter what, even though he's been cleared by another doctor, not theirs?
Well, I think we've all agreed that it's pretty much hesitancy on their part to clear him. They're trying to hold him back. They're trying to keep him as healthy as they can. And he's concussion prone. That's quite apparent. He's concussion prone. So they're trying to do their best to limit how often he's being used. And they want to make sure he's 100% well and all that good, happy stuff. And also, some of it might be spite, who knows. But they're keeping Bryan on the sidelines, and it's intentionally being done. Where it's not something of, oh, he's not healing. No, he's fine. He says he's ready. He's been cleared by an independent doctor, but the WWE medical staff is not clearing him, probably at somebody's behest, because they don't want him getting back in the ring, or they don't want the liability, but now it's something of, they may not have the choice. They may have to bring him back because they need some kind of star power, at the very least, to help make the next person. And you're kind of limited in terms of who you have to be able to do that.
Now, the flip side to bringing Daniel Bryan back question. If you bring Daniel Bryan back, the whole situation from the Royal Rumble kicks back in. If you're still going to push Roman as the man, if you bring back Bryan, does that really, really hurt Roman? Or do you wait to bring Daniel Bryan back until you've actually given Roman Reigns his reign at this point?
Honestly, I would hold Bryan back to at least the Rumble. If you're going to put the title on Roman at Survivor Series, if you're going to crown him as champion, it doesn't make any sense to me to have Daniel Bryan come back, who's uber popular, and then put the title on Roman the same night, because what's going to happen probably is what will happen very similar to what happened at the Royal Rumble, when Roman won and Bryan was eliminated earlier and everybody turned on Roman. Now the thing is if that's going to happen, and you know it's going to happen, why not just turn Roman?
That's a very good point. But hold that point. We'll get to that. I want to bring up 2 names, John Cena and Brock Lesnar. John Cena is off at apparently the worst possible moment in history, where 2 of the top guys who were going to fill the spot are now injured. You can also throw Rusev injured out there as injured as well, but he's only gone a month. If you bring back John Cena and you put the title on him, there's going to be a lot of backlash just because it's, oh my god, John Cena, LOL, no one will care. So I don't think he's the right move to be brought back, especially to be given the title. And if you do that to build a John Cena Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania, that's fine. But to bring him back early, that's a bad move.
Yeah.
Bringing back Brock, I think Brock Lesnar would be too expensive to have as champion right now.
It doesn't make sense to make Brock as champion. You would need to have somebody beat Brock, and given that he's coming off the victory with Taker, you don't want to have Brock lose right after he's done that.
Right.
Unless you're going to do it to someone, honestly, like Bray Wyatt, where Bray Wyatt's stolen the Undertaker's powers, and now he wants to go after the one that ended the streak, so he can take Brock Lesnar's powers.
So Bray Wyatt's going to conquer the one who conquered the undefeated streak of The Undertaker?
Sounds good to me.
That's a story for another that's a story for another day time.
He's going to conquer the one
behind
in 21-1.
Yeah, or 22-1.
22-1, yes, because it's changed.
That's changed. Damn you, Taker. Anyway, we have stuff. We'll get to that. We're going to talk a lot of Bray Wyatt Undertaker later in the show. A little bit here in a minute. So, those are two names. Now you brought up the interesting fact. Do you turn Roman Reigns heel? Because I posed the question to you. Okay, you're going to have a tournament, and we'll figure out who we won in the tournament in a minute. Roman Reigns winning? Too predictable? Especially as a babyface? Is that a too predictable of an option?
I think at this point it is, but that's never stopped them from doing it before.
Right.
Simply because it's the safe option for them. This is what they've planned, and with everything going haywire and Seth Rollins unfortunately getting injured, it makes sense for them to at least stick with part of the plan, even if the whole thing's been upheaved. Because they've obviously have that plan of, okay, well, we're going to put the title on Roman Reigns, and then this is how we're going to move forward. Now, how the title ends up on Roman Reigns at Survivor Series, that's neither here nor there, but they obviously have something hinged on that plan of Roman Reigns winning that title. If that's even the case, Rollins could have retained. And if Rollins was going to retain, then there were plans for Rollins keeping that title and losing it obviously down the line. Well, now that's all been thrown into chaos as well.
Correct.
So the question is what was the plan for Survivor Series originally? Was Roman supposed to get it, or was Seth supposed to get it? Because if Roman was supposed to get it, odds are he probably will still get it, and they'll move forward with the plans. They just have to find someone they have to find someone for Roman to feud with after he wins, because obviously Rollins is right out. He just got done with Bray Wyatt.
You can't go back to Roman and Bray Wyatt just yet.
You can't.
You can't just yet.
No.
They're two people that have to stay apart for at least 6 months because you just went there. And you have, depending on what you have for Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, you can just completely stay away from Roman and Bray easily. Now, you mentioned Roman Reigns' heel turn. Could we see that at the Survivor Series? Because everyone keeps saying, the one thing that no one will see coming is a Roman Reigns heel turn. But everybody's talking about it,
Like I said, if you put the title on Roman, who does he go to? Who does he feud with? Just looking at the roster right now, okay? Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose are probably going to dance together. Alberto Del Rio's working with Jack Swagger.
Which will probably be completely changed here really, really soon. We didn't even think about him as his name for a tournament, because who thinks Jack Swagger? Except for one person we know.
Swags. No. Bray Wyatt is going after The Undertaker. And again, you just did Roman and Bray. You just did Roman and the Wyatt family. All of them are out. You could go to Roman and Brock, but Brock's not going to come back till probably the Royal Rumble.
And that's too early to do a Roman-Brock match.
You could do Roman and Cesaro, but again, Roman would have to go heel.
Right.
Roman Bryan, again, Roman would have to go heel. Bryan would have to get cleared. And here's the interesting one. Here's the real quicker that everybody's going to go, no! Roman versus Ambrose.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Roman versus Sheamus.
Roman versus Sheamus does nothing for me.
I know, that's why I figured everyone's going to say no for Roman and Sheamus.
Well, I'm sure they're going to go no for Roman versus Sheamus, but...
Because I'm all about the... No! No! None of that.
Oh god, he's breaking out the soundboard.
No! None of that. None of Roman and Sheamus. Sheamus is the least... Out of all the options, Sheamus is the worst idea you could possibly go with sans Ryback.
Well, honestly, it's like I'm sitting here flipping through the roster, and the people that he could feud with after winning the title, most of them are babyface. Like, anybody in the title picture that's worth their salt in contention is a face. Because you had Rollins as a mega heel, so everybody else around him is a face. So it makes sense that you need that top heel to be restored, so the balance is restored and everybody has someone to feud with. So realistically, it's either you turn a whole bunch of people heel and you keep Roman face, or you turn Roman Reigns heel. He becomes the corporate champion like Rollins.
Because this will be the first time in over 3 years or so since the debut of the Authority that they don't actually have an active member of the roster in their alliance. They don't have a guy they're backing, and do you make that corporate champion Roman? I mean, logically, you could.
Logically, you could. They basically either make Roman an offer he can't refuse, or really thinking about it, the last couple times Roman's gone for the title, it hasn't come off or he's lost.
Right.
Something has always gotten in his way.
The last person to get in his way was Seth Rollins. And then when he was getting Money in the Bank, Bray Wyatt got in his way. So there's always a stepping stone or a roadblock in his way from getting the title. Now, circling back because I diverted you, Roman and Ambrose.
Yes, Roman and Ambrose. I was looping back around to that. And when Dean and Roman were having their little spat, Dean was in Roman's way. So Roman has been blocked at every turn getting the title. Now is no different. Now it's just a really unfortunate circumstance that nobody has any control over. But still, it's almost like fate saying no.
As a matter of fact.
Anyone but you, Roman.
Anyone but you.
Anyone but you. But I can see where Roman Reigns is frustrated. He wants to get to the title. He wants to get to that next level. He wants to become the champion. Well, there are two people in that company that can make sure he's that champion. They can give him everything. He's just got to do what they want him to do.
You mean he has to do what's best for business?
He has to do what's best for business. And oh yeah, by the way, he's got to get rid of that nasty, grubby friend of his, Dean.
Now, I'm going to completely flip that around. Would you make Dean the unstable corporate champion?
I don't see it working as well.
No.
I see Dean as being the guy that gets the championship and the Authority is chasing him all over, trying to get the title back. So very similarly to what happened to when he stole it from Seth, where they're trying to get the title back from him, they're trying to do it, and Dean is just smart enough and he's just clever enough that he can get around it.
What if, just throwing this out there, what if they go for the heel turn of Roman Reigns, right? The Authority comes out, they try to help him. And the finals is Roman and Dean, and, well, Dean screws up the plans.
Oh, that'd be amazing. It would be absolutely amazing, because I can see Roman having sold his soul to the Authority to get what he wants, to finally get that title. Dean sees it coming, Dean knows it's coming, and Dean screws him and walks away with the title.
Dean runs through the crowd, preferably runs the opposite direction of where you're sitting, because if he runs where you're sitting, you will capture him, and we will not have a WWE champion unless you let him out to play.
No, I won't keep Dean. Boo Boo on the other hand.
Boo Boo on the other hand, that's one thing. Oh. So I don't have to give you the net for Dean?
No, you don't have to give me the net for Dean. You have to give me the net for Bray.
Okay. Then we need the big net. Okay. Got it. Now, back to being serious and everything. Because then you have the Authority, the corporation, whatever you want to call them, they have their guy in place, and now they have to stop the lunatic from running wild with their belt. I kind of like that idea, because now you're making Roman Reigns chase again. No matter what you say, Roman's better at chasing than probably will be as champion, because I'm feeling him being champion will get really, really stale really, really quickly, especially if they decide to give him a long reign as a babyface. As a heel, that's one, but that's another completely different story. But the babyface, his reign will probably get stale really quick, because there's only so many times Superman punch, spear, 1, 2, 3, babyface win.
Yeah.
It's only so many times before you'll run through all the heels and you'll be done. Just like Seth has run through all the faces at this point. So it was sort of coming to an end where Seth Rollins had no body. Now, with all that said, you rattled off some names of who the top contenders in this tournament probably be. Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Ambrose. We thought of Ryback and Sheamus and Neville and Ziggler, maybe. But Kevin Owens, that's for sure. I'd keep Ziggler away from it. I know, hate backlash. Oh my god, fan war. No. Oh, by the way, fan wars, stop, people. Stop.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. We're going to pause this discussion.
Pause.
Everybody, if you're in the sound of my voice, chill out. Everybody calm down. Everybody take a deep breath. Okay? Everybody relax. There's no need for anybody to be arguing with anybody else over anything. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has the right to state their opinion. Whether you think it's right or wrong, that's up to you. But let's not be starting wars. Let's not be taking sides for something that really doesn't need to be taking sides on. Okay? If you don't like what somebody says, just ignore it. Or if it's blatantly stupid, call them out on it, please. But don't. Don't. Oh my god, fan war. Oh my god. None of that. Just everybody, let's call it what it is. It's a very unfortunate circumstance. I'm very sorry that Seth Rollins got hurt. Obviously, he's going to miss Mania. He was in the top 3 matches for Mania. That's going to suck for him on a personal level, given how hard he's worked to get where he is.
Correct. So, stop.
Yeah, just everybody stop.
So, unpause. Okay. Now, you have all these contenders, and we talked about John Cena and Brock Lesnar and bringing them back, and you probably called about 100 different people going, hey, you want to be in our tournament? No. You gotta figure out a way. The reason why I brought up the question earlier, Roman Reigns too predictable. This is a wild card situation. You have all these people who you never thought would be back in the title picture are in the title picture because of Seth Rollins. You gotta make somebody. To me, not, if you go away from the Dean Ambrose Roman Reigns scenarios for a second, Kevin Owens is a very interesting name. He has the ability to talk. He is a fantastic wrestler. He can draw heat. You don't need to put him with the Authority. So you remove the Authority angle from him because at some point the Authority angle is going to go with The Rock and you're not going to have them worry about the championship. Kevin Owens, given that rocket to the moon a little bit, would be an excellent choice to be the next WWE champion. The logistics of him getting rid of the Intercontinental title is one thing. But to me, just me, Kevin Owens is a choice people should strongly consider.
Oh, I agree, and he would also fit that mold of corporate champion where it's he's a prize fighter, so it's what's in it for him. What is he going to get out of the deal? And it's something of Hunter and Steph could offer him a very nice deal in exchange for being their corporate champion, and it's something of, okay, so he has the IC title. There's nothing wrong with him winning the WWE title and holding both at the same time.
No, and you can always have him lose the belt, beforehand and go from there. It's one of those situations right now. They have too many titles. Honestly,
they do
with lack of talent. But they were building 2 titles because they thought they had more talent. That's again diversion. To me, Kevin Owens is a strong choice to be the next WWE champion, and the reason why he could be the sort of corporate champion, the Authority champion, is because he's doing it for his family. Because that's his motivation. He does it to provide for his family.
Yep.
And, having the backing of the Authority, well, that puts money in his pocket, food on his kid's table, and you can go from there. He doesn't have to be directly aligned with them, but they could have his back.
Oh, yeah. It's the thing is whoever they decide, the character will have to be slightly less high maintenance than Seth.
Who is very high maintenance.
Let's not beat around the bush. Seth Rollins is a pretty little princess.
Who always needs his mother and father to step in like he did on Monday night.
Who always needs his mom and dad.
Yeah.
Whoever takes over for Seth in the Authority, if anybody actually does, we're not saying anybody is, but they will have to be slightly less high maintenance than Seth.
Right. And the reason I mentioned Kevin Owens, every matchup you would do from here on out will be fresh.
Oh yeah.
Roman and Owens would be fresh. Roman and Ambrose, fresh. Owens and Ryback, they did, but you can do more, and you can also always go back to Owens and Cena because it would be fresh again at WrestleMania. Give me
Owens and Ambrose.
Hell, just Ambrose and Owens fighting for over the WWE Championship. It would be different. It would not be your typical WWE Championship story because you have 2 different characters who are not the typical WWE character.
And that's the thing is I'd like to see it go on somebody who is not your typical WWE championship material. And that's not a shot at anybody, but I like to see it go on somebody like Kevin Owens or Dean Ambrose or Bray Wyatt or anyone of the like. Just for something different, just for something fresh and unique, because Seth was different. Seth was fresh. And it was like they took a chance on him.
They did, and it's paid off. That said, you brought up the name I was going to. What if Bray Wyatt is put in this tournament, wins this tournament as your next WWE champion?
I'm okay with this.
What if he beat The Undertaker in the finals of this tournament?
I'm okay with this.
What if The Undertaker beat Bray Wyatt for the WWE championship?
I'm not okay with this.
2 of 3 ain't bad. I'm just throwing a touchdown Bengals spot. Anyway, to stay on serious topic. What if The Undertaker won the title? Just throwing it out there. He wanted to work more dates. You have him show up for the pay-per-views and a Raw beforehand. The Raw after and a Raw beforehand. You don't need them every week. Sort of what you did with Brock, but a little bit more frequent. And you can always have Taker tapes and promos and go, ooh, scary Taker. What if he won the title? To honor him at Survivor Series for 25 years. What if that happened?
Honestly, I'm not okay with it.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
No, it's not wrong. I'm just explain.
Just to me, it's Taker winning the title one more time. Well, it'd be really, really cool if they did it simply because it's, oh, hey, you've made 25 years, and instead of giving you a gold watch, we're going to give you a title. Like, to me, it sort of hollows out what that title means. Because it's like, Taker isn't going to be around all the time to defend it. He's basically going to be the Brock Lesnar scenario 2.0, where he'll show up where he needs to show up, defend it, and that's going to be it.
What if, spitballing, Undertaker wins, big celebration next night on Raw, Wyatt family attacks, bing bam boom, he gets destroyed, Sheamus cashes in, Sheamus is your WWE champion. Again, it's the worst possible scenario in the world, but you gave Taker the moment, you closed out Survivor Series on a really high note, something probably no one was thinking, and then you take the belt off and Taker can go away for a few months.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me,
I'm with you, I'm throwing out all the possible scenarios I can think of.
If you're gonna put Taker in the title picture, I'd rather see it happen to where he makes somebody like Bray Wyatt beats him for the title.
Oh, I'm with you. Now, to be honest with you, I keep Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker as far away from this tournament as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Stick to the feud that we're going to talk about later. Wyatt family versus Brothers of Destruction.
I'm going to be there live for it. I would appreciate seeing it.
She wants to see the thing.
I want to see the thing.
And we're going to talk about it later on. By the way, if you're just joining us, this is The Rack Live right here on the Wild Talk Radio Network. Join us at wildtalkradio.com, rackradioshow.com. Interact with us at Wild Talk Radio, at Rack Radio Show, on Twitter, at Linswood as well, and join in on the conversation. Now, with all that said, Raw Monday is going to be really, really interesting.
Oh my god, Raw Monday is going to be insane.
Monday, and it's a tape show too. It's not even live. Yeah. They're in England. It's going to be taped. They're dreading everything right now. You could just tell they're dreading everything. You're in a situation right now. WWE, and this is the whole point of this whole thing. It's time to make someone new. It's time to make a Roman. If you're going to strap the rocket on Roman Reigns, make him. You have to make Roman Reigns. You have to make Kevin Owens. You have to make Bray Wyatt. And The Undertaker's the perfect person to make Bray Wyatt. Simple to the point, which we're going to discuss how you do it later. You got to make Dean Ambrose. You got to make all these people. Because, again, Seth Rollins was the guy you focused on, and now he's gone. John Cena gone. Randy Orton gone. It's time to make other people and have them step up. Your ratings are tanking anyhow. Does it really hurt to take a chance? Who knows? This may spark some interest, because now things might not be as predictable.
Yeah.
Because they are now less predictable.
I agree.
If you really think about it, everything is less predictable now with Seth Rollins out of the title picture. So, as we get closer, I guess we'll dive deeper into who's actually in the tournament. Hopefully by Monday we'll actually know.
Oh, I'm sure by Monday they're going to have it established. I'm sure they're going to do some type of full tournament where they narrow it down to the semifinalists or whatever, however they're going to do it. I don't know, but I think they don't know at this point. I think they're scrambling trying to figure this all out. And
it's been a crazy 24 hours or 12 hours, however long they've known about the injury being as serious as it is. And they've been scrambling, and they've been in meetings all day, and they've been promoting WrestleMania, which, by the way, brought $139 million to the San Jose, San Francisco area.
Yeah, so I would expect Dallas to do the same thing, if not more.
Which they're putting on live matches in at AT&T Stadium tonight. That looked like a fun place to be.
That was awesome.
So, yeah. That's the whole Seth Rollins thing in a nutshell, I would say.
I would say, yeah. Once again, it's an unfortunate situation. Very, very sorry that Seth Rollins got hurt. Sucks to be him. It really does. Though I'm not sure which he's going to be more upset about, not being able to do CrossFit or the whole championship thing.
The struggles.
It's the struggle because, once again, he is our CrossFit Jesus. So
he is CrossFit Jesus. Best of luck of him to a speedy recovery. Hopefully he comes back healthy. And no more powerbombing Kane.
Yes, please, Seth. Please don't try to powerbomb Kane.
It doesn't. It's not good for business.
It's not good for business.
Or you.